Switzerland looking for the early bit of play. Marco Michael looking to get it in towards the D. First real bit of possession now, maybe for Slovakia to get a foot and a hold into it, but that was slipped away by Thomas Vaka. Thomas Romanich in there. Vaka has it back. Very quickly back with Switzerland. All the way back to Muller. Here is the 35-year-old Volschlager. Picked out a good pass. Trying to sneak in behind Jan Hurdle. Mikael Romanich.
I think Switzerland are just going for a similar tactic to what, pressing wise, to what Slovakia have chosen to do, just half court sitting off, letting Slovakia play the ball around the back, forcing them to make a mistake.
Romanich.
Slovakia get it up.
Petraš trying to find the gap. Augustinich was trying to keep on of it. Boris Stomstad well for the Swiss. Neatly worked behind for Volschlager. Always a tight spot, and it's been flung back the way of Slovakia. Parajka switching it. And stoppage from the umpire.
I think that was to do with two players in the D here. Felt that he wasn't happy about anyway.
Yeah, I think quite certainly one or two confused looks around, but it didn't last long, that threat of attack for the Slovakia side, which I'm sure the pattern has been this week. Their attacks will be few and far between, but it had to be said that yesterday, although in a big defeat, their 10-1 defeat that was, the goal that they scored through Zdenko Kovacevic, a couple of deft touches in there, and it was well taken. One of the decent team moves of the week, actually. Mikael Romanich down the line once more. Andre Bieter. And goes Daniel Petraš. Kovacevic trying to keep it, and it goes away. Good defensive work from Manuel Keller. And there is Chris Faust, the man with the headphones in. I don't know if he's listening to some great tunes or if he's chatting to someone. Definitely a unique and different way of communication this week. You think AC/DC sort of guy? Don't know.
Who knows? Might catch him after the game and ask.
It was a great watch with Chris Faust when him and Mario Almeida, when Switzerland and Portugal played each other. There was a great moment, sort of 10 minutes before the end. Portugal were losing and they exchanged a bit of chewing gum while still animated at their side. Good little flick and turn here from Switzerland, looking for it back was Greda. Smashing Schneider, trying to link up with the 1-2.
That's lifted, yeah. Yep. Sister plays it quick. It's the right idea, it's just too much, and it just at the wrong angle there.
Perret from Vakan has the support forward to Kovacevic. Remains with the red of Slovakia. Tomas Romanic quickly. Mikhail Romanic. Romanic is linking up and maybe looking to do so again. Tomas Romanic to Mikhail, and umpire stopping things again.
And the player's down over.
Right off the field of play. That's a stretch over the barrier, a check. Mamo Kela just back to his feet though. Didn't actually see him making any contact with him. I don't know if he just slipped on the greasy surface.
Well, I seem to see a lot of loud whistles going on.
You know by the peep of the whistle, it's a pretty getting annoyed peep from the umpire. But that's going to be flung across, and it's a penalty corner. Thought it was going to sneak its way in off a touch of friend or foe, but they'll get the corner anyway. So chance here for Slovakia, and they might not get as many in the game as the Swiss. They had a good couple of minutes where they've been penned down that end. Will they take the chance? Matis Paraiga, who has been the one that's taken nigh on all the injections. Tomas Romanic is usually the one to have the effort, but we will see what they come up with. Also around the Daniel Petraš too, and Zengo Kovacevic. It is Tomas Romanic, and good save by Jonas Verest, who's in today.
The keeper had that covered well. It's a brilliant save there.
Still with Slovakia. We'll try and get something going for open play, but Patrick Muller, the captain, gets it, and now the break on for the Swiss, and Greda. Hoodle waiting potentially. He picks it up. Didn't get full contact. And Daniel Petraš and Mati Horiska to clear away. Baxa for Slovakia. Swiss had the best of the start, but Slovakia just edged their way back in over the last few minutes, and certainly we'll try and probably take advantage of the fact that first halves they seem to be pretty much an even keel, or try to be an even keel fitness wise, but they do seem to go in a bit of a slippery slope in the second period. Mayfall Highline does for Benoit Vaishoda. Deft touch backwards, only finds Marek Baxa. Couldn't get it away. Michael Morard. Under bits of pressure, has it back, but that's deflected by Petrash. Good space now though for Feller. Neat ball, and the Swiss looking to get it across there. Volschlager waiting around, poaching around, but away by Paraika. Morard done well to stay on his feet now. Volschlager, but can't reach that one. I think if we're being kind, it's been a steady old start to the game.
Yeah, there's not really been much action, and not too much of a dominating team. Slovakia have shown glimmers of attacking play and good defence. Likewise, Swiss on the attack seem fast, and that's where I think Slovakia might be punished and not be able to keep up at the game, the speed and the physical prowess of Switzerland.
Slovakia still an emerging nation in hockey. Switzerland been around for a while, although Switzerland haven't really done anything great shakes in the world scene. Things like the Olympics not been there since 1960, Switzerland, but they are slightly far more down the line compared to Slovakia. Slovakia still in history terms a relatively new country after obviously splitting up from the old Czechoslovakia. Also still a bit of a Czech element through it with the coach Petr Tronešek and 2 or 3 of the squad that do play it in the Czech Republic to the Slovakian side. Time by Shuda, lost it, and now here's Petr Melchior quickly on from Krampol, but like a hot potato. Keller for Nick Schwer, and roam around down the channels and find his way into the circle. He's done that a few times this week. Thomas Romanich going for something ambitious, which is maybe not what you want to do. You're inside your own 23. It always puts pressure back on you because Volschlager's there waiting. And quickly finds Vaishoda. Hudel. Span away free from Petrash. Quick from Volschlager.
Yeah, there just doesn't seem to be any options on. Well, now there is, but
Volschlager and try to tee up the neat little try.
There's been a few times where the Swiss players have had the ball, held it for too long. They're holding it for too long because there's not any movement, there's not any leads around the field. So therefore, the longer you hold on to it and you stop on the ball, then Slovakia are going to take the ball off them.
What's came through Melchior right across the face of the D, and Michael Holisek couldn't convert, but Swiss caught asleep quite quickly. Got on with things quickly there. Did Slovakia, but not quite the finish and then product from Holisek. And now up the other end comes Switzerland, cut back, looking for Morelli. Morelli, I'm sure you've seen all week, the one with number 6 with the mask on. Just need to find a cape, and it's a Komikiro. Schwer looking for some wriggle room out the corner. Mikael Murad saw the space of Stomps. Switzerland getting plenty of time to roam, and it's easily touched in, and it is the old-timer, the experienced head, Fabian Wilschlager, who was waiting, and they have found the breakthrough. Switzerland take the lead.
Well worked goal, good composure, good decision making. That's more like it from the Swiss team. I think, as we saw yesterday with Scotland, as soon as they get one under their belt, then I think the momentum is now going to build. Good strength, good carrying position right across the goal, and then good position at the back post.
And it was the superhero wannabe Fabio Marielli with the quick pass across the D. Fabian Wilschlager with the goal. I did mention him being the glue in the defensive shape of Switzerland when he's back there, but it has been getting up and down the channel. And now there's space for Schneider to run on. If I show that to his left, he wants a couple more white jerseys coming. Hear the stick from here. Jimmy Hooper having a quick word with the umpire. Thomas Romanich in the thick of it again, getting it away. Only temporarily. His namesake Mikael could get it further beyond danger. Muller. Mikael Murad. It's off the foot of Petraš.
It's almost going to be a mirrored bit of play compared to the like the goal there on the other side. I thought it was going to someone put it in on the other side.
Baksa.
He heads the ball. Wrong sport.
Marek Baksa might get a second goal to try and feed it through a gap. Here is Baksa. It's through the legs of Murad, but to no one. In red.
Ty víš, že hraješ pravý útok? Ale miesto Zdena, čo mám hrať? Co miesto Zdena? Lebo Zdeno on tam dobre a povedal, že on je pravý útok.
So Slovakia 0, Switzerland 1, 60 minutes left of this first period. And experienced head in the side, Fabian Wilschlager was there just to tap in. Just a couple of minutes ago. Thomas Romanich had support. Far into the D, and 1 or 2 were waiting. Slovakia will manage to managing to try and get a chance again, but soon went to Switzerland once more. They'll try and start their next wave from deep. Looking to try and get 6 points from their 4 games. Switzerland.
Nice bit of play.
That's up the gears forward, and waiting for it was Florian Feller, but Marek Petraš, the keeper out there, making himself big. There's a crowd of red in there too. Being a hard one to finish, but Feller was in the right position. Thomas Romanich to Daniel Petraš. Oh, and it came through almost to Kovacevic.
Yeah, again, Switzerland just needs to switch on, and it's glimmers like that Slovakia could nick one in, and the game could be wide open again. So concentration is important when the Slovakia are up in the attack.
Certainly playing their part in this contest, and After Augustinich is trying to get there, but he will cut off his foot, so it's reversal of possession. Hillman, another place of a good week for the Swiss. Little touch on from Hurdle and the deft touch. Martin Grader was behind. Steady crowd in here already, and you can be part of our coverage. Why not have your say on Twitter at Scottish Hockey? That's at Scottish Hockey, and use the hashtag HWL2016. Hashtag HWL2016. Love to get your thoughts throughout the day. You can tweet us, and we can read out your thoughts throughout this match and also the next game at 2:15. Scotland and Wales both have qualified for round 2, but just a little thing of first against second, and who will finish first after the 4th and final game of the week. Scotland in a good position, they're both level, but Wales know they need to either win or win in a shootout. Of course, if there is a draw, then we do go to the new look Wizzy shootout, which is certainly over the last few months or so it's really became very popular, no doubt with the GB side at the Olympics.
Gold medal.
Fired across by Grader, trying to tuck it in with Schneider, still bobbling around. I think maybe I've hit a leg, so Slovakia survived there. Not going to say anything that this may well have an impact on what happens in this game or the next game, but we haven't seen a shootout this week, we haven't seen a draw after 70. In a points context, by the way, obviously 3 points for winning, and it's 1 point for the draw after the 70, and then there is that bonus point for the shootout win. It's a good way of just determining positions rather than going to the mess of goal difference and things like that. Certainly straight away Wales were trying to score as many as they could against Slovakia just to keep all permutations open. Scotland won anyway 2, so all be down to the result today. But this game is trying to
just too high, too much.
Nick Schwer was making the run, but this game starting just trying to heat up a little bit. Switzerland of course taking the lead, and Slovakia trying their best to counter that. Marielli runs back on after 2 or 3 minutes off. Shane O'Donnell, the Irish umpire, just having a quick chat to think Keller. That play didn't last very long for the side trailing Slovakia. Did defeat Lithuania 5-1 in the last World League round 1, and their only win in that phase. In a group that 3 qualified, but just the 1 win, but had their chance against Portugal. And even though they were leading at the break, they still kind of thought maybe Portugal had the better fitness, and that did prevail. And now here comes the big gap for Mikel. Marco Mikel couldn't pick out a teammate in white. Thomas Vaca does well just to launch it away, and that's let's just call it no nonsense. This time they've just hammered it away, and once or twice this week Slovakia haven't done that, and they have been punished. Good play by Marielli. 1 or 2 hands up there looking for a penalty corner, and given by Jamie Hooper. And first penalty corner of the game for the Swiss, and now their chance is maybe double their lead into the final 10 minutes of the first half. Manuel Keller across to inject. One or two of the Slovakian players get a little breather now, water into them. So it is Keller, and it was off a leg or a bit of body part anyway from Grader's try, so they'll get a take two at it. That's the danger for Slovakia when they try and get up there and defend. Slovakia back in position with the 3-1 defence routine. Will they go the same route? Well, they did, but this time wide.
I think that was a save on the line from the post player.
Push round.
So, nice save. That's exactly what the outcome that you want there.
The risk of scraping that one back. Well, there is Petr Tronešek, the Czech national, but in charge of the Slovakia side. He's quite laissez-faire with the shorts and jumper routine, shorts and hoodie routine. Melchior managed to thread it through, and a good run here from Daniel Petraš, supporting Augustinic, always straight at Jonas Veres, but not been tested too much as a Swiss keeper, so maybe worth the try, just to test out his bearings. Melchior trying to thread it through, but no one in red towards the far edge of the D.
Helpless space, and then perhaps just too close to the near post. He should have aimed far, but it was a good save from the keeper.
I guess you call it a hopeful one, just seeing if you can catch the keeper out. Beater for Krampel.
Again, this is exactly where Switzerland need to switch on and last, 6 minutes, but can't concede a goal in this period of time.
Far through with pace, just enough done by Feller. In fact, it is the Swiss's ball, so we have defended that well. You'll hear the wind burling around National Hockey Centre. Petraš burling around to keep hold of the ball. Thought he'd done enough there. Just ran away from him, and in the end it goes back to Switzerland. Muller found Marielli, who goes back. Yves Morard. Keller. Cat for Hurdle. Jan Hurdle in them lime green footwear. Umpire having a little word with Fabian Wilschläger. I'm surprised that man at that age has shoes that colour. He's got the lime green. I thought he'd be very much a black or kind of shoe sort of person. But anyway, they fire it on and it's just kicked away by Marek Petraš any old way. Nice shots.
You keep going on about the shots, Callum.
Fashion statement, but here's Schwer trying to make a statement on the scoring sheet, and worked him well, and they've made it number 2. Punishing time for Slovakia to concede a second.
nice turn, drive along the baseline, nice and strong again, clinical, and because the goalkeeper was down, it's a good decision to just pop it over, take it into the goal. So nice work from Switzerland there.
Yeah, Jan Hurdle, who scored the opener against Wales, and then it turned out to be a defeat in a big game against Wales on Thursday. But he has made it 2 here for Switzerland, trying to put 6 points on the board. And he has been a player that has had a good week.
Ready to go again?
Now maybe space might open up, and Hurdle making the run through the middle, Schwer down that wide channel again. Now here is Hurdle. Weisschodad's there, and that was not far away from 3 in a flash. Some of the early supporting. Give you 3 guesses who they're supporting.
Nice and prompt.
Enjoying the fair so far, which is a good team for a number of the games. Without the Scotland and Wales, who obviously you suspect would bring the home nations support, there's been some good support for other games. Weisschodad now for
Nice.
Hellman, and Feller miscued that.
That was a nice bit of play there. Unfortunately didn't quite connect with the shot, but nice attacking play from Switzerland again.
Jamie Frail couldn't believe the other day when it mentioned that Feller, who is number 15, the hairline for a 26-year-old. Just 26, but he couldn't believe it.
Representation to Jamie's?
No, I think he was just genuinely surprised when I said, oh, he's 26 years old.
Dear.
Coming together there, and got a Slovakian player, and it is the bruiser himself, Tomas Romanec, who has been in every fight possible. Good ways and 1 or 2 verbally with officials. He's certainly given it 150+% this week. Certainly a real captain figure. And he's hobbling back up, but looks okay now. And here's another little look. That coming together.
Maybe just lifted into his knee.
He's back to his feet now, though. Strong stuff. Marielli. Couldn't find Muller. Mattia Krampol couldn't keep it in. Into the last 90 seconds of the first half, and Switzerland just stretching the legs as the first period went on. Just seen that slightly more clinical. Tomas Romanec. Costa Parajka. Melchior. Lots set from Hellman, and Holisek can't find the gap. Muller there, and now 2, 3, 4 right coming forward. Hurdle to the right, goes to the left with Hellman. Hellman still with so much space, he could go himself. Well recovered by Mikhail Romanec. Here though comes Switzerland, and they got a penalty corner anyway, despite Florian Feller not finding the gap, but finding body part. And there we go, 30 seconds. This will be pretty much the final play, and they'll get to take this opportunity to try and make it number 3. And heading across is Fabian Voschläger. Scored the first, looking to set up the third potentially. We've talked about this week a few times about conversion rates and penalty corners. Switzerland had a couple, nothing from it. So on the hooter, last play of the first half. And there's Schwer, and there is the last play of the first half, and it ends with a goal, and there is something for that conversion rate. Third penalty corner of the first half, and they've got at least the 1 goal from the end, and now that is a bit more of a gap in the scoreboard.
Nice time to score. 3-0. Yeah, I think Switzerland just dominated again once they got the first goal. They built the momentum up, and Slovakia are slowly struggling with the pace of the game now. Just their decision making under pressures is becoming a bit obvious now.
So 3 goals then, and a couple in the last 3 minutes. Fabian Vollsteiger in the 17th minute, Jan Herdal in the 32nd, and right there from the penalty corner, Nick Schwer on the 35th, and into overtime really. And that is the gap now, which is significant. And Slovakia, just the story of their week, just this bit difference in the class as the Swiss side head back in and do the Slovakians. Very much comfortable for Switzerland as it stands. Let's have a look at the goals. And there was
textbook hockey there. Cross the goal, tap in, well worked. Here, it was a nice turn again driving along the baseline, same as before. Flicked it over, nice and clinical, good finish, and then the last one was
Nick Schwer to round things off for the first half, and both sides taking their breather. Switzerland in control here, half time. We'll be back shortly, but at the moment Slovakia 0, Switzerland 3. Welcome back then for second half coverage of Slovakia against Switzerland. These two are in their final game. There's Hamish. The amount of selfies going on with him, I didn't know Hippos could take selfies, but it's been a great addition. I'm sure the kids have enjoyed seeing him kicking about the place over the last day or two, so I'm sure he'll be around as well during the Scotland-Wales game. We're looking forward to that one, 2:15. If you can't get down here, you can join us for our live coverage of that. And remember, you can join the conversation on Twitter. At Scottish Hockey is the platform, at Scottish Hockey, and hashtag, of course, as it has been all week, is HWL 2016. So we're underway with Slovakia, who 3 or 4 minutes before the end of that first period were only 1-0 adrift. They're now 3 adrift, so, and going from that, we've talked about a number of times this week, Slovakia's second half fitness does deteriorate, so I guess we can only anticipate more goals for the side in white, Lucy.
Yeah, even already they're looking more attacking than Slovakia, so it will come down to fitness, and as soon as your fitness goes, you mentally go as well. You make silly mistakes, your decisions become poor, so yeah, that's where Switzerland can take advantage of that and use their fitness to their advantage.
Volschlager scored the first goal. An easy tap in from inches away. Cut out though by Romanic, that attempted pass. Slip there from
behind him.
Mikko Romanic. There is the figure, you did see it briefly anyway, of the man with the mask. That's a nice slip ball through, and Boris Tom's trying to finish. Marco Michael goes back to Patrick Muller. Muller with the fire right into the heart of the D. Sebastian Schneider is a bit too hot to handle, backs it, loses his stick. Advantage here for the Swiss side, and on the floor again is Baxa, still with Swiss and Schneider doing well, and now quickly on through to Yves Morard. Stomps all the way there. Thomas Romanic tries to get it away, does so at the second bite. Full stretch. That's a little bit cynical, well, a bit cynical.
Yeah, he gets a card. Green card. Pushing.
Mate Hariska is off, and it was deliberate.
The Swiss there seems to be hungry. Yeah, I know you talked about chewing gum before, but
apple today.
Ditched chewing gum, got an apple.
That's healthy.
That is healthy.
Eat apples, kids. Yves Morard across to Muller. Andre Bita was just firing in, and there's Muller that took it quickly, looking for the fourth. Hillman looking for the ball in. One or two just seems like shoves there from Slovakia.
Did he really need to be careful about? He's got a player off. Composure in there. Pretty rough tackles, or could get punished again.
Trying to take the opportunity forward from Hillman. continues his run. Not bad try, corner there from Jan Hudel's attempt. There is Heriska. He scored the opener against Portugal, which at the time gave them the lead in that one, but in the end they did lose that match. And now it's the Swiss with the first penalty corner of the second half. Manuel Keller to inject. That didn't really work out there. I'm not entirely sure what went on there. Seemed to be a bit of a mess.
Yeah, and also the Slovakian defence took that quickly, and they should have just held the ball. As a result, went off the sideline because no one was there. They had things like that, just a bit of experience, a bit of composure, keep the ball. There's not any rush.
Space once more for Hellman.
Skills.
Weaving himself and taking it himself. And he knew what he was doing as soon as he picked it up. Had so much space and time. And there is the fourth goal for Switzerland.
Well worked by Hillman. Great piece of skill. Almost like Kenny Bean's shot yesterday, a mirror one, of fired it into that far post.
It's his second of the week. He scored in the 4-1 win against Portugal on Wednesday. And 4 for this Switzerland side. Back my fellow and trying to find the ball across off the foot. Thomas Vaca pirouetting himself away from danger. Hellman looking to go for a similar option, decides to try and find Feller as the gap was closing.
Really charges out of his slip.
We have seen that a lot this week, and a lot of the time, majority of the time, it has worked out well for Marek Petraš. Here's Müller. Excellent. Hurdle. Feller trying to turn. Well, they've got away with it of Slovakia.
A lot of numbers in there. Couldn't see the ball myself. There's both defence and attack. Quite a lot of players around the ball.
Mikhail Romanic up the other end. That was rushed and Kovacevic wasn't going to get that. And here comes Hellman.
The whistle's gone. Umpire says play.
Müller for Keller. Volschläger. Feller left it. Feller's now going to pick it up. Müller. Cut out by Thomas Romanic. Only briefly. Apel did well. Marielli
Too much.
was waiting around.
Was off the baseline. Great piece of skill here. In and out. And then loads of space. Shot gets away.
That was how Switzerland made it 4. Through Fredrik Hillman. Jonathan Apel. Moran Mikael to Volschlager. Daniel Petrash, that's loose. And here come the swarm of whites, and there's another penalty corner. Switzerland, of course, got the goal at the end of the first period through the corner, so 1 from 4, so this will be their 5th, so trying to up the rate a little bit. Similar routine as to previously, and once again it will be Manuel Keller to inject. 25 minutes left in the game. There's Schwer.
It's off the post.
As the rebound fall kindly, it's high and a bit dangerous really in that tight spot from Florian Feller. And here is Feller. It's done to take the rove on and sets up a brilliant finish for Benoit Vaishoda. And there's 5 from the number 5.
It's always a bit more satisfaction when the ball pops into the net rather than the backboard. That was a great effort for him to get ahead. Did the legs earlier and then he got high. So here it is. Nice speed, good work, and then yeah, great touch. Got in front of the goalie. Well worked, team goal. I think we're swapping goalies for
Slovakia. Yeah, and this is, they've got 3 goalkeepers in their squad. We have seen Jan Skala, and we have seen obviously Marek Petrash, he's been the number 1. We haven't seen Jakub Bogar, so it's good to see that, although slightly unusual, they have had 3 keepers in their squad, not had enough to fill without field players that extra spot. There is now the opportunity for the 3rd keeper. You know, the game's lost, and the game is pretty much, we know how it's going to finish, so a bit of experience for Jakub Bogart.
No, it's just too much again. Sliding players.
Michal Romanic, Mario lost the stick. Tried to find Thomas Romanic. And now look at huge space and gap. Here comes Schwer. Vaishoda heading into the circle. Hurdle to his near side. I wonder what young Bogard, the keeper, was thinking down there. The 18-year-old. And he's seen the swarm of white jerseys coming his way. Muller. Marelli left it. I think he thought there was someone directly behind him. A little bit stretched the last moment or two. But that was Daniel Petrash trying to find Marek Baksa. Love the ball down that channel for Hudel. The roving run is Hudel back towards Boris Stomps. Thomas Romanic was in there, and now break time. Daniel Petrash swarmed up, but finds Kovacevic. Look how quick the Swiss are back there. The 3 red jerseys getting forward. About double the amount of white jerseys back for Switzerland to defend, and now it's very stretched. Again, Hurdle couldn't find the pass. Holasek for Melchior.
Good double team there.
Marelli and Stomps.
Careful because there's going to be a man on. Uses his speed, cuts in.
Hillman roving himself through the middle. Come on to Mikael Morard. Miller. Forward from Stomps. Schwer. Schwer back to Miller. Spinning around there, looking for that one if I should that. On comes Slovakia. High to no one really from Daniel Petrash. If they were going to do that, could have done that maybe 5 seconds previous when making the forward run was Krampel. Back with the Swiss captain Patrick Muller to Stomps. Searching. Don't know if they was really intending that to Vaishoda, but here comes Switzerland, and it's an excellent save from the young keeper from Florian Fellows-Effer. Jakob Bogar into the mix, and excellent stuff from him. Krampel couldn't keep it for long down the other end. Muller back there. Very solid and experienced, that backline area. Here's Stomps. Smashingly as Kovacevic play on for Switzerland. Here's Hurdle. Right, all the way through. Didn't take a nick in the day. There is the Scotland side arriving for the big game in just over an hour's time. Kenny being there at the back of that, getting their kid off the bus and getting ready to head in for the big Home Nations contest. Who's going to finish top of the table? Scotland there at the moment in goal difference, but obviously one of the sides will have to drop at least 1 point, either in a shootout defeat or in a normal 70-minute encounter. Switzerland comfortable here against Slovakia. Volschläger and Hurdle and Schwer in the first period, and Hillman and Vaishoda in the second. Marielli got it away. Muller. Stomp scooting himself away. Hurdle. And just coming in there, Paraika.
Well defended there from the Slovakian defender. Dive and tackle and commitment.
Nice skies here. Nice scoreboard if you're a Swiss supporter. On goes Stomps into the D. And just hammered away by the hand of Jakob Bogar. There is the sidelines, obviously. Slovakians just changed the keeper in the last few minutes and already had work to do as the 18-year-old. And more to do here. It's skipped up, and it's a penalty corner. It's skipped up off a Slovakian foot or leg. It's a harsh one, but just the danger of the D. Switzerland been pretty similar in terms of their routines in the penalty corners. Only one converted, so maybe they are going to mix up this time. They are, with Fredrik Hillman this time heading across. So it is Hillman. And the effort from Greda. It's well sorted out in there by Slovakia. Goldschläger. Yves Morard. Excellent long ball in the turn. Hoodall waiting if need be, but he isn't needed.
Well finished.
Switzerland make it 6 thanks to Marco Michael.
Good follow up. Goalie couldn't do anything about that. He saved the initial one, but because he was down, and so here it is. So he initially saved this because he was still recovering. Player comes through. Speed, power, goal.
So 6-0 Switzerland. It has been a story of the big scorelines against Slovakia this week, especially in the second half. Goals start to fly a bit more. Back to Hellman. There could be another one here shortly. Turn from Greda. Didn't work out. Hariska wriggling away. He is a nifty player. He can do it at the other end as well. Has scored this week. But really working hard defensively for his side. Matti Hariska. Slovakia lost 10-1 yesterday against Wales, and also lost by the 11 goals. It's Scotland. Hillman back to Goldschläger. Hurdle stopped in his tracks.
It was good defence, and Slovakia, the Swiss player just should have popped it up.
Michael was one dispossessed now. Here comes Mattia Krampel. Goldschläger was back to stop the threat of that shot, took the sting out of it. Always looked like Krampel was going to have a try.
So much space.
Florian Feller out to Manuel Keller. Just turns away, and just look at the difference in fitness. Andre Wieters just struggling to keep him alongside. Michael. It's a tester which is taken by Apel.
And again, just cut off easy.
Thomas Romanic. Stinger to the legs of Greda. Romanic penalised, and Swiss have it back. Augustinic. Hariska. Turn away by Paraika. Jamie Hooper, the Welsh umpire on that side, said that was fine. Won fairly and squarely.
This is where they picked this up.
Hurling around. Far from Michael. And look at this solo effort. It somehow hasn't been converted. Look at the frustration. Nick Schwer can't believe he didn't finish that off. He done all the hard work.
Should have been a goal.
And somebody put it wide. Switzerland 30th ranked heading into the World League. Down one from the previous rankings, just ahead of Oman in the world rankings. We've kind of discussed plenty this week about the fact that Wales and Scotland, maybe their rankings slightly affected with the GB and no points. Wales particularly down in the mid-30s, so maybe on paper it shows, or off the paper maybe you could say, because on paper it says what it says, but off the paper it shows that Wales maybe are above Switzerland in the rankings, or should be above Switzerland. They feel they are in the 20s. Scotland are already in there. But Switzerland are in the position that maybe expected, the third best team in this World League group. But looking to continue to score, and they're finishing with a flourish in Glasgow, and Stomps flourishing his way past the challenges that are not coming in. Schwer trying to help it back. But are we
Good skills.
doing well? Oh, it's Hariska again. Just under 10 minutes left then. Slovakia 0, Switzerland 6. As the crowd continues to build ahead of the big one at 2:15. Certainly for the home nations of Scotland and Wales competing against each other, like they did here in the Commonwealth Games a couple of years ago, and like they will do in the Euro Hockey Nations coming up next year. They're back in together after Wales making themselves up into the second tier, so plenty of Scotland-Wales contests to look forward to.
This will be the first of many. This and then the Europeans next year. Well, League 2
Yeah,
might be in the same group.
going to get to know each other pretty well. Well,
I
they're
think
both.
I think they actually both probably do.
Yeah,
Some of them play in the same club. Some play for Silverton together, so they probably know how each other work.
interesting one, dynamic tactics, though, obviously, because you play each other quite regularly over the course of a year or a few years. It's interesting old one. Here's Schwer trying to keep it in, and does. Hoodle around. Schwer's going to take it himself. This time is he will he score? No, he can't. Not going to quite bash the stick on the floor this time.
Oh, just speak too soon.
I think that was accidental, though. I don't think he meant that. I think he's maybe in two minds whether he's going to just have a little dabble at the old ground. Well, it shows that, likes of him, he's still hungry. 6-0 up. You know, they've not got an awful lot to play for. They're secure now, going to be third, but they still want to score goals and score goals. We've talked about the Euro Hockey Nations Challenge. Slovakia themselves will be up a tier. They were moving up from the 4th tier, but they're struggling here to compete with Switzerland. That one's just dribbling its way wide again, but they will still have it. Switzerland. Here is the lively coach, Chris Faust. Fowler looking for that one, and now can they get something on the break? Good to see them score. They've scored in all but the game against Scotland, but again just not quite the idea, and Volstega back there. And as I say, Euro Hockey Nations, Slovakia up from the 4th level, got gold at that level in 2015. They were in 3rd tier in 2013 but relegated, so they'll have a tough test there. And can they get one here? And somehow Kovacevic Glass it over. Thankfully the cars are safe.
Stupidly put my car behind the goal today. Saying that I didn't yesterday, it was the only space that there was. So direct line of mine.
Here's Hellman at the other end. No cars there. But there is plenty of white jerseys. And Fela trying to help it in, and chances going awry at both ends in the space of 30 seconds or so. Now looking to get on with it is Schwer. Trying to turn provider, keeper in really well to just get in the way of Bogart. It's a foot race.
He tried.
It's the ball that just doesn't have legs. Is always going to win. Hellman on one of his runs. Hurdle.
Shoot.
Surely. Mikel leaves it, and Marielli, did it go underneath the keeper? I thought it was going to be comfortably saved, but it went through the keeper under the legs any old way. And it is the superhero mask himself, Marielli, to get in the act and get number 7. Four and a half minutes left, and here's another look at it.
Yeah, good.
It kind of just went through.
Yeah, under through.
Yeah.
Around. All the same.
I was expecting the keeper maybe just to parry it or hold on to it, but it went unfortunately underneath the young 18-year-old keeper, who has had a few good saves himself since coming on in the second half. Here is Marielli. Müller. And towards Hurdle. To abrasive. Pry cut quickly away for Andre Bita. Krampel. Hellman back. Just seemed to waltz up at half pace and just steal it. Thank you very much.
3 minutes to go. They're going to go for number 8. I would. Why not? You're up this much.
We're neutrals, we want loads of goals. Well, Scotland scored 11, Wales scored 10, with Slovakia getting the 1, of course. So Switzerland with 7. And here comes this side with Mikhail Romanic. And there was options to his left, but decided to just hack it in towards the...
Yeah, keep bringing it this side, keep bringing it, yeah, good.
Here's Fela. Gaps opening once more. Fela wanted it back, and here comes Hurdle.
Yeah,
and that was just too easy on the break. Set up by Schwer and finished off by Jan Hurdle. That's his second of the match.
So now there's just so much space all over the pitch. We're talking about Slovakian fitness there. They aren't covering the gaps. So here again, look at the amount of space he's in. Just driven. He's got another player in space. There, space. There. Goal. No marking whatsoever from Slovakia.
Switzerland's top goal scorer of the week with 3, and now here comes Fela into the last couple of minutes.
tahat hrubá, ten víc, co máme 20, ale 16 letý kluk.
Dobre, tak nahraj to dopredu aj tak tam nič není. Takže si môžeme rovno postaviť 11 nákrok. Takže to je bolo 8.
Melchior tried to turn away. Gradar gobbles up. Won't quite find Patrick Muller.
Nahrávaj to! Už raz nahrať!
There we go. Last probably chance of the game here for Slovakia.
It's a bit timid from Vaka, but he could win it back. Can he get it round? Well, I thought it was just going to be a team one back to clear, but he did fight away. And now, huge space and time. Marielli, spectacular. Well recovered, Melchior, the tall number 5 there. Well, Switzerland only had 5 goals coming into this one, and at least they've bumped themselves up a bit. They'll finish the tournament in the last 10 seconds that are left. They'll finish potentially with 13 unless there's one last. Muller on the floor. Clock goes to 0, and Switzerland with 8 goals, and Slovakia try the hardest to hang on against the Swiss, but just at times they up the gears and had a bit of quality as well on the break and cement themselves as the third best team here in Glasgow. No progression, but they've certainly competed and run Wales pretty close. Wales now were under par, but certainly played well. Didn't play that well against Scotland, but certainly in the 2 games that you thought they would win, they have won, and pretty convincing.
Yeah, they'll just have to take this tournament as a learning experience for them. And then I watched an interview on Twitter with the coach, Christopher Foss, that he'd only been training for a month, so they're going to have to gain positive results and positive parts of play, and they'll just have to take that into our next tournament to compete in and build as a nation.
And it says a lot that Switzerland here, they're clearly better than Slovakia and Portugal. We've seen just been a little bit behind Scotland and Wales, but fairly established as a hockey nation. But it said a lot that Chris Fowles said after the Scotland game. Yeah. Well, actually, Scotland were just so good, and we struggled to live with them, and they were really fit. So it said a lot how
he works.
Yeah.
Yeah, just honesty, and that was obvious from that interview. Just honesty, and players respect that, and people watching the video respect that, and it was pure honesty, and he'll just have to go and work. He blatantly said we just weren't good enough and we weren't fit enough, so he knows the points that they need to work on and need to be progress, so he'll do a good job for him in the future.
So it was Fabian Wilschläger, the 35-year-old, that gave them the lead in the 17th minute. Jan Hurdle made it 2 the 32nd, and then Nick Schwer on the stroke of half-time. Then the second half, quickly goals came from Fredrik Hillman and Benoit Vaishoda. There was also goals in there from Marco Michel, Fabio Marielli, and also a second for Jan Hurdle. So 7 different goal scorers in the 8-0 win. The next one is at 2:15. It's Scotland and Wales. That one we are thoroughly looking forward to. The 2 home nations collide. The winner will finish top of the group. They're both qualified to round 2 in Dublin, but just for that little bit of ranking and a little bit of pride and a little bit of edge, Scotland and Wales for first or second. But we'll take a pause there. We'll be back ahead of the game at 2:15, but final score in the first game of the day. And congratulations to Switzerland on their third place finish, certainly in a ranking perspective. Slovakia 0, Switzerland 8.